We'll finish now lesson 10. Uh, this is, I have a lot of pages here that explain the theory behind what you're doing. I'm not going to go over them. Instead, I'm going to make this um, simpler and just code this finished part for the drink category. I expect you to look at the theory though, so you can understand what we are doing here. Okay, I'll talk quickly about it as we go over it, but not in as much depth as the book. Okay, so one thing you have to pay attention here as we're doing this is to notice that list activity, that we use a list activity for drink category. The example the book has is using simply activity. So this creates a couple differences, but as long as you stick to the things that make a difference to your code, this won't be a problem. Okay? So the first thing I'm gonna do here is to comment the part about the array adapter, because we are not going to use this anymore. Instead, we are going to do the whole connection to the database and um, you start using the database to populate our drink category. Okay. I already have here the first two lines I need to add. I have done that before. So you need to add these two things. So there are two variables, two references to the database and to the cursor. Okay. So after that, we're going to go inside our onCreate method. Um, this line here we ignore because instead of it we are using this. Okay, so our list drink is coming from this method here. Right. So let's start coding. Okay, so just remember this is what we are selecting from the database. So we are selecting um, name and ID, so ID and name from the table drink. Uh, we're selecting everything, so we don't have anything in no in selection. We're not selecting a specific item as we were in the other idea. These other concepts are all SQL options we could use here. Okay, we're not using them, so nothing to worry about. So now what I'm gonna do is the cursor adapter to make this cursor we did, so the selection we did, to feed our list. So here from my cursor, I'm using an array only with the names, and that's what is going to be feeding into our list. Okay, just make everything exactly as we have it in the book. We're going to set the adapter. Okay, now we just finish this with our catch. Just like we had before. I can even, let me save some time. We'll just copy this from drink activity and paste it inside drink category. I'm going, it asks you for another import, and that's it. Last thing we need, we're just going to have public void on destroy. And so when the activity is destroyed, we are going to close the cursor and close the database. And that's it. So running it right now, we are going to have our app functioning completely through the database. Just check if this. Let me run it through a different place, just because this is running, I think, on a wrong database I created before. Just check that. Yeah, so I'm even running that on a tablet, and it's working just as expected.